Welcome back, everyone. Red and Black Horizons here. As you can see, sun is out, grass is turning green, temperature is picking up, telling me that spring is here, summer is close behind. And we all know what that means. That's right, time to get day drunk off a cheap beer. Yep. Fuck it. Let's go over some camping gear. Alright, so here we have the 55-liter dry bag that will be going on my back rack. Now I know 55 liters is a little large, however, I got it when I had larger gear, and I figure if need be, I'd rather have the extra space and not need it than need it and not have it. Right now I have all my camping gear in here. However, a lot of this is probably going to end up in one of my panniers to help evenly distribute weight. However, I just want to show you that all the camping gear I need for a self-sustained tour is relatively compact. So, let's set it up. So, there we have the tent set up. Let me show you something really fast. Now, you may have noticed that when I first started setting up the tent, the first thing I did was stake down a single side, only to have to restake it later. As you can see, it was this side. Now, the reason for that is that we have a storm rolling in, and we have some high winds coming with it. So I didn't want my tent to blow away while setting up the rest. Plus, with the Dash 2, as you can see, one side is sloped. So wherever your winds are, you want to make sure that that side is facing into the wind. This tent is very good at absorbing high winds, only if it's set up correctly. If you set it up with the broad side into the wind, you're probably going to end up with a sail. So, let's get the rest of the stuff in. Good morning, everyone. So yesterday I was able to set up the tent and all of my equipment. However, due to the storm and some technical difficulties on my part, I wasn't able to actually show you the finished product. Now, after I set it up, I did have the heart to take it back down again, so I figured this would be a great opportunity to get some tent camping in, even if it's just in the backyard, as well as see how my REI-2 holds up in a storm. It wasn't a horrible storm, but definitely had high winds, torrential downpours. So, as you can see, everything inside here is dry. So this baby definitely holds up really well during a storm, and I'm not even seeing very much condensation. Alright, so here we have an outside view of the REI-2, all staked up. And see, there's plenty of space inside, but it really doesn't take up too much space on the outside. So that's going to be important if I'm setting up the tent in a tight situation. Now, one of the more concerning areas is right over here. As you can see, the rain fly doesn't come down all the way, and even though the tent walls come up more than enough to stop any rain, what that does mean is that it's almost like a single wall tent in this area, meaning that you can get condensation on the inside in the morning. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. However, the advantage of that is it does cut down on weight. Let's take a peek inside. You can see we do have relatively large vestibules. However, if you're in a big storm like there was one last night, I would highly recommend keeping more water resistant items on the outside here. One thing that I've been noticing is that the zipper does seem a little bit fragile, so I'm going to need to use two hands to open and close it, and just be a little more gentle. So keep it clean as well. That's a big thing with camping that a lot of people don't do, is that they don't keep the zipper clean, and that's one of the main reasons why it'll end up breaking on you. Now, inside the tent, I have my sleep setup. You have the Climate Static V sleeping pad, very nice, very lightweight. It's I believe 1 pound 6 ounces. Over here, have my sleeping bag. Sleeping bag is an Outdoor Life Latitude 20. It's a synthetic bag, meaning that it's going to be a little heavier than a down bag, and it's going to be a little more bulky. Positives is that it's actually affordable. Inside, I have my Sea to Summit Reactor Plus sleeping bag liner. This will help keep the sleeping bag a lot more clean, and on warm nights, I'll probably just be sleeping in this. On cold nights, I can double this up, and it'll be extra warm. So it's rated for, the sleeping bag's rated for 20 degrees. Sleeping bag liner is supposed to add 10 to 15 degrees to it, but who knows. Probably sleep in both of those, wear some extra clothes. I'm sure I will be fine down to the single digits. Also have this Thermarest inflatable camp pillow. It's very comfortable, though it doesn't have much support. So what I've been doing is I have a fleece hoodie underneath. During the trip, I'll probably have some dirty clothes or something along those lines underneath, just to add a little bit of support and elevate my head a little bit. Also, I have a Mylar emergency blanket. So one thing I could do is I could put this underneath, and that'll add a little thermal barrier between myself and the ground. Or in extreme cold situations, or in case I let's say, get really wet and the temperature is dropping, that will be very useful. I could either wrap myself in it or wrap my entire sleeping system with it. So, here we go. This is my camp setup. Thank you for watching the video, and we are 1 month away from the launch date. So stay tuned, still have a lot of gear to go over.